Good afternoon, it's 1:30 and welcome back to your Solent Sports News. I'm Zach Miller and these are your Solent Sports News headlines. Breaking news just in, and snooker player Mark King has been banned for 5 years and fined £68,000 after being found guilty of match fixing. An independent disciplinary committee found the 50-year-old guilty of 1 count of match fixing and 1 count of providing inside information on a match. The former Northern Ireland Open champion has until the 28th of November to appeal the decisions. And Greek police have been criticised for the heavy-handed treatment towards England fans in Athens last night. It has been claimed they used riot shields and tear gas to gain control. The FA released a statement after the 3-0 victory saying they're aware of the issues and are seeking more information. And Nick Kyrgios is set to make his return at the Brisbane Open in January. The 29-year-old says he feels fit and healthy after his 2-year absence from the sport. The Brisbane event kickstarts the 2025 season and is the warm-up for the Australian Open. And 2 Barclays Women Championship clubs are set to be a part of a trial allowing fans to drink alcohol in the stands. Southampton and Birmingham City, along with 2 other unnamed clubs, will be part of the trial this season. Discussions with the WPLL are at an early stage to capitalise on further growth for the women's game. And do away fans cause more trouble in Southampton than they do good? Well, I asked local people if their day-to-day lives are affected by every other weekend's travelling fans from the other teams. I'm in the beautiful city of Southampton, best known for its cruise ships, pubs and of course the little old football club, Southampton FC. Saying the word Portsmouth here is enough to get you in some trouble, but thankfully for Saints, they've not been here in a while. But Portsmouth aren't the only away fans Saints have a feud with. We spoke to members of the public to see how they feel about the safety of every other weekend.
I can get a bit rowdy.
Agreed a new 6-year deal to host Formula 1 races until at least 2031. The sport's most iconic and prestigious race has hosted races every year since 1955. The track, however, has been under pressure to change the layout of the circuit due to cars nowadays being a lot more wider than in recent years. And Luke Littler fought back against Mike De Decker to reach the quarter-finals of the Grand Slam last night. The 17-year-old was down 9-7 but managed to win 3 consecutive legs to secure a meeting with Jermaine Watimina in the last 8. In the deciding leg, Littler held his nerve and nailed a treble 18 and double 16 to secure victory as he looks to claim his first ever Grand Slam trophy. And Rory McIlroy says he would pay to play for Europe in the Ryder Cup. This comes as in the wake of reports that American golfers will each receive $400,000 to compete in next year's contest. McIlroy was one of several European stars who said they did not need financial rewards to compete in the Ryder Cup after last year's contest in Rome was marked by Patrick Cantley refusing to wear the American team cap in a protest at the players were not being paid. And join us at 3:30 where Chloe Jones will be live at St Mary's Stadium and speaking to Ellen Rose. More on that later. And UFC fighter John Jones is back in action tomorrow night at UFC 309. He takes on Stipe Miocic in Madison Square Gardens in New York City. The heavyweight champion will step into the octagon for the first time in over a year after his previous fight at UFC 285 versus Cyril Gane. Wales are playing tomorrow away at Turkey at 5 p.m. Craig Bellamy's side know a win will push them closer to promotion. However, Turkey have won 3 games in a row and scored 8 goals in that process. Defender Ben Davis discussed the difficulty Turkey can produce.
Yeah, I think the game we played in Cardiff, I think we put a good performance out there, but it's not enough to just rest on that now. We know it's going to be a completely different game. The atmosphere, I'm sure, is going to be pretty tough, but it's about us trying to come here and be as confident as we can, try and play football our way that we're trying to develop now, and hopefully we can get a good result.
And as you may know, some of us here are students, and some of them have been taking a trip over to Albania for our travel journalism module. Join us at our 3:30 bulletin, where we can speak to some of our classmates about their adventures. And England captain Harry Kane publicly criticised some of his England teammates after 9 players withdrew from the games against Greece and Ireland. Kane feels that England players should be the priority, and however Lee Carsley insists that the focus is on the players that are here.
Well, I think the focus all camp has been on the players that are here. I think it's important that we make the most of this situation. It's with the amount of players that have pulled out, it gives all the players an opportunity to be here. We're really looking forward to the game. It's going to be a tough test for us, and yeah, the focus has been purely on the players that are here.
One player who is here is Southampton defender Taylor Harwood-Bellis, who is hoping to make his England debut against Ireland on Sunday. Harwood-Bellis would become the 9th player under Lee Carsley to make his England debut after Lewis Hall came on for the Three Lions last night against Greece in their 3-0 victory.
Obviously, it's such a proud moment. It's something that I think highly of, playing for my country. Even at the younger age groups, I really took pride in being called up for the 21s and all the way down to under 15s. So to be obviously called up for the first team, I knew it would be obviously a tough ask, and with the quality that's in the squad. But as you said, he always said if you're playing well at the top level and doing the best you can, then there'll be a high likely chance to get called up, and he stuck to his word, and so I'm really happy.
And Mike Tyson makes a return to boxing tonight against famous YouTuber Jake Paul. The 58-year-old appeared to slap the social media star at the weigh-ins yesterday, and Paul was seen shouting he must die. The pair are taking on each other at the AT&T Stadium tonight in Texas, in which is Tyson's first professional boxing match in nearly 2 decades. And coming up, Cameron visited Trojan Squash Club this week to find out about the dying number of squash players in England and what needs to be done to help improve the participation in the sport.
Definitely, if it's seen on TV, mainstream, more people. It's surprising the number of people that don't know what squash is. Because it's not something you played at school, it's not on TV, as you said, it's not in the Olympics.
Has said it is the right time for another presenter to take on hosting Match the Day, as the BBC Football looks to do the programme slightly differently. Earlier this week, Lineker announced he will step down from the show at the end of this season after 25 years as the host. A new 4-year deal for the BBC to air Premier League highlights will begin next season, however. And finally, Harlequins have announced scrum half Will Porter has signed a contract extension with Premiership side. Porter joined from Bristol Bears in 2023 and has featured in all 6 matches so far this season. The news comes a day after Quins announced vice-captain Caden Murley has also extended his stay. And thank you for tuning in. I've been Zach Miller, and remember to check out our website for live updates on solentsportsnews.com.